Julfer 9211 coming at you with another live duel. Today's Friday, March the 25th, 2022. And this video is going to be a shout out to two Yu-Gi-Oh players. The first one is my good friend Magic Calibra. If you want to go check out his channel, he is one of the subscribers. He usually comments on all my videos, so you could look at his comments. Go check him out. Tell him I said hi and enjoy his content. He buys a lot of cards, more than I do, and he has a lot more cards than I do too. So, cool guy. The other shout out is to Loza. Loza is a famous YouTuber. If you want to go check him out. Now, this video is made for both of them. For Magic Calibra, because he recently asked me. He said he doesn't care for Master Duel, so he wants to play TCG. In TCG, every deck is weak. Like every deck that Dark Magician players struggle with, um, I never lose to. But it's not about talking; it's about showing the results. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. The other part of the video is for Loza because he's always been saying that flundereeze is a difficult deck for Dark Magician, and that's a lie. Like I said, hopefully you don't become emotionally triggered, Loza. I don't mean to get anyone angry. It's just the facts are the facts. If I put my shoes on, I'm going to tell you I put my shoes on. So, flundereeze together with Drytron and a lot of decks that give people problems, not just Dark Magician players, are actually the weakest of all the decks. So what do you do when you play against the flundereeze? They go first, they establish their board, and they negate everything you do. What do you do? And then on top of that, if you know anything about flundereeze, they climb up to AA Su's immediately. So people struggle. They bring back their spells and traps, all their monsters. They just negate everything you do. To me, I have the answer. Wait until the end of the video. So the video is because I want to play TCG because my good friend Magic Calibra asked me to, and the other portion is to show Loza that Feather Duster and no hand traps that exist do nothing to me. And flundereeze is the weakest of all of the decks. So is Drytron and a lot of the other decks that people are afraid of. So here it is in action. I'm gonna be quiet and you judge. Now, if you know anything about the flundereeze deck, they play more when it's your turn than when it's their turn. Like, when it's their turn, they're just setting up the backboard and their monsters. But when it's your turn, they're activating effects to negate everything you're doing. Plus, they're bringing monsters onto the field. So, their deck is more powerful during your turn. While they're going, they're just establishing. When you go, the chains start. So, you know how we do it on my channel? We don't complain. We don't cry. We're not women. We just get the job done. Bad hand, good hand, it doesn't matter. We just get the job done. So, um, so then basically, I told the guy to play me with one of his most powerful decks, and the guy decided to play me with the flundereeze. I wasn't aware of it. If you read the comments, he stated he's setting it up He's play testing it, but the deck hasn't been losing. So before you enter into duel, I chat. I don't want to waste my time, so I chat to people before I enter the duel room, and I ask them like, "Do you have a powerful deck or not?" If they tell me no, well, then I don't play them. I don't want to waste my time. If they tell me yeah, they do, like it has a 10 win streak or something like that, those are the decks I duel. If you don't believe me, look at the negations. Look at all the videos that I upload. Out of the millions of YouTubers, nobody has videos where they go through like 6 to 10 negations in one turn. Ask me, and I'll send you a reference to one of my videos where I take 6 to 10 negations in one turn. Not two, not three, in one turn. Sometimes I take up to 4 from my first hand with all the hand traps that they play against me. Um, so right now, he negated everything I did, and then he popped Rod just to finish it off. So after this turn, he's gonna go into Zeus, and then he's also gonna bring the flundereeze to stop the special summon. But none of those things matter because we're gonna normal, apprentice, attack, destroy it, and then open the field. And then with all the negations he did, none of that matters either. So like I said always, it doesn't matter what deck it is, it doesn't matter what hand traps they play with negations, nothing matter. But I'm gonna give you the answer in the end. What happens when all your cards that get negated? What happens when your opponent goes first? I'll give you the answer in the end like I always do. So in case you didn't know at this point, I can enter Dragon Knight, Dragoon, anything that I want. Anything that I want, I can enter it right now. Because I can basically link, and I have Secrets of Dark Magic. Then I could just make Dragoon, Dragon Knight, or I can make both if I want. Um, And as you saw, his field was full. He negated every card I did. I had no choice but to sit cards and then my turn. Then during his turn, he was still chaining and he was about to enter Zeus. And then he was going to draw more cards and enter the no more special summon. He went first. So he had total control over me. But it was all a delusion because he was not aware that I'm in control. I decide what goes and I also decide what doesn't. So I blew up his whole entire field, and the monster he had, if you know anything about the basics of flundereeze, the monster when he attacks a monster, it boosts. But it didn't work out because I boosted Dark Magician, and he's not affected by the effect anyways because of Eternal Soul, because it'll reduce my Dark Magician, I believe, and he will increase. So I went to 4,500 and I just popped it. And I just blew up his cards, then activated, played through, and opened the field. And I just murked them. So if you pay close attention, my life points were never touched. It was so easy. But when you go against that deck, like if I go to your channel, you struggle. Why? Because you don't know how to play Dark Magician. So that the question to the answer to the question is what happens when all your cards get negated and your opponent starts before you and it's a flundereeze and they lock you out and they negate everything? The answer is nothing happens. Nothing happens at all. Dark magic attack.